Hey, this is Sarah from Creature Cozy Miniatures. So today I thought I would show you an interesting idea. I'm wiring up a little dollhouse, and in the kitchen I wanted to have an under range hood light fixture in the kitchen, and of course I want to hide the wires as much as possible. So I'm going to show you how I plan to do that. I have this little kitchen edition. It's the second part of a kitchen unit that I have, and I've done this on another part of the kitchen to have some under cabinet lighting. So I thought under this little range hood I would like to have some lighting. So I've purchased one of these. It's a single bulb, and of course I'm using, let me show you as I pull this out, the light system I'm using is this one with all the little plugs and the fuses. Now eventually I'm not going to have this plugged in. I'm going to actually direct wire. I'm going to put the wires together so that you don't have to have it plugged in. But I just wanted to demonstrate how that looked, and that in the kitchen from a distance, having under counter lighting I think would be pretty cute. So I'm going to show you how I do that now. With the light unplugged, the first thing you want to do, take a little set of needle nose pliers. You want to remove the little metal prongs that are in the plug. Whoops. Don't lose them, because you're going to, well, you might need them for later, you might not. You'll see with the prongs removed, you can sort of see if you push the wire through, you'll see that the individual wires have been separated. You're just going to give that a yank and pull it right through. So now you have a bare wire. Second step you're going to need is I bought this just on Amazon. It's sort of like a hobby drill. So it's tiny, it'll fit inside the body of the dollhouse. I've been able to go through the roofs and the walls and have lots of room compared to my DeWalt, which would never fit in there. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm just going to drill my hole right underneath the fume hood there to the back, because I think I can hide the wire in behind this unit. So I'm going to drill my hole. You can see I drilled right through the back. You want to make sure there's no dust or space, anything blocking the hole. Now, here's the interesting bit that we're going to do here. We're going to take the light. Now I want the light in here, so I'm going to want the cord to the light to go through the hole. So twist it together. Twist it together. And you're going to stick that through the hole that you've drilled, having the wire come out of the back of the unit. Now, I also got this little light, this individual light on Amazon. And you can see, let's see, you can see here how the light is going to lie. It's just going to stick straight out underneath. But looking down or through the dollhouse, you're not really going to notice that it's not coming from the inside of the fume hood. You want it to be nice and tight there. What I had done, now I bought this product on Amazon. If you Google non-staining or just poster putty, I have this blue stuff, but it tends to stain whatever item you're putting it on. You might at some point need to change the light bulb on this light fixture. You could use glue. to hold the light in place, but I think what I'm going to do is just soften up a tiny little ball of this poster putty. It hides a multitude of sins. Soften it up a bit. I'm going to go in behind where I'm going to put the light bulb, and I'm just going to stick it to the top and push the light bulb into it. Now, you can see that the light is affixed. It's not coming out. And at the back, we've got the wire coming out. Now, I'm going to show you in a later video. This unit is going to go up against the back wall of my dollhouse, and I'm going to run the wires probably down, down the back of the unit and through a tiny little hole at the back where I'm going to get all the wires joined together. I'm going to want to make this wire longer to give me the room that I need to do that. So I'm going to show you in another video how to extend the length of these wires and how to do it safely so that they don't short out. There are some products that you need to buy to make it a success. You could use electrical tape when you're doing that fusion, but it's very bulky, difficult to hide, and hard to pass through openings in the dollhouse. So there actually is a product you can buy. They're these little tiny tubes, and you put the tubes over the wire and you apply a lighter to it and it shrinks. So no electricity can pass through it. It's like shrinking electrical tape that you put over the wires, and these are so tiny. A tool like that is really handy. All right, so that's the end of this session. I guess what I could do, you can test. May as well add this. You can test. So I've taken the plug off. Let's say I wanted to make sure that this light fixture worked. You can separate the wires. Now you want to make sure that the wires are separate. If you touch the wires together with the electrical source, you'll short them out. So you want to make sure that the wires are definitely separated. There's no little hair wires in between. You can give them a little twist to make them a little stronger. You can actually touch these wires to your light there, and you can see that the light is turning on. So if you have any light fixtures that don't have the plug on them and you want to test them out, this is another way to do it instead of reinstalling the plug. One rule of thumb, I'm going to actually, all of the wires that come out of the dollhouse for each floor, I'm going to attach all of the wires together and put them into a single plug that will go in here. So that for each floor, there'll only be one plug that plugs in. That way you don't have to plug in, if you have 10 lights, you don't have 10 different plugs and all that wiring to plug in. But we'll get into that in another video. Okay, thanks for watching. Creature Cozy.